Joe Clone here, back again with another Lego Marvel minifigure review video. And we're back. Second video in a row, and it's fantastic. In today's video, I will be reviewing my upgraded Lego Marvel Fantastic Four minifigures. We just got the Fantastic Four for the first time officially in Lego, and I do like the minifigures, but they could have been way more than what Lego gave us. And I was gonna say, with these simple upgrades, some of them are simple, but honestly they're really not. I'm just gonna say, just with these upgrades in general, I just think they look, no, not even joking this time, truly fantastic. Like, look at them right here. They just look fantastic, and I think Lego really should have gave us these minifigures in this form, whether it be by alternate pieces for the minifigures or just simple effects pieces, or just making a new mold for one of the characters in general, if you don't know who that is. But yeah, I upgraded them because I just wanted to, and I feel like they look so awesome. I switched from using Fantastic, and I know you're sick of me hearing that. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. And up first, Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. Now I'm gonna show the official Lego minifigure and the effects that were given to us for that minifigure in the set. As we see in front of us here, this is the official Sue Storm minifigure with the effects that Lego has given us. And like I said, a cool minifigure. But here is my upgraded Lego Invisible Woman minifigure, and she just looks so awesome. Now I'm gonna just say it right off the bat, these aren't really Purist Customs, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way. I'm not gonna throw any cap out there and say that these are Purist Customs. Like I said, I just wanted to upgrade these minifigures, so I actually just got an entire non-Lego clear minifigure that's obviously Lego compatible, and I also got this effect piece for Susan, and I just think she looks great. Now obviously the upgrades here are her legs are completely transparent, like clear transparent, not like the Vision minifigure transparent. They're literally clear transparent. Her arm, her hand, clear transparent. Didn't change the torso, didn't change the face. I experimented with a couple of different minifigure faces, and I know this is a generic one used on other characters, but I actually like it the best. And again, that effect piece, how awesome is that? Just showing her creating like a bigger shield. Like, for the price of the official set, I think Lego could have gave us a new effect piece for some of these minifigures. But I just think she looks fantastic. I'm not even trying to say it this time, but I just think she looks really cool, and we could even go further with this upgrade. As you can see now, everything on this minifigure is transparent except for the head and the hairpiece, and it really just looks so awesome. I know this is tough for like Lego to do, just a completely like clear minifigure for her. That's why I said I feel like they should have gave her alternate parts so we could like have her in her invisible form, not just using her force fields. And it could go even further here. As you can see now, the whole minifigure is transparent. I even have a transparent hairpiece like this, which it's just so awesome because it's literally like Invisible Woman in her full invisibility power. But I know this is a bit crazy for Lego to officially do in a set, like all a completely clear minifigure like this, so I'm gonna go back to the original way I had it. And this is how I originally had it. Again, I think this would have been like perfect if Lego gave her clear legs and an arm and a hand, at least with a new effect piece, and she just looks so much more awesome. Now, like, the one thing with these custom minifigure parts that are not officially Lego, they're obviously not as high quality. Like, this arm is very loose. That's why I really only have the legs when I'm like doing shorts or displaying this minifigure. So I just put the arm on though, just because like if Lego made an official clear arm, then it would be perfect. Because she just looks so awesome like this. Just do one spin around just to completely show you. Just so cool to upgrade this minifigure and make it look how it should look. And yeah, that is my upgraded Lego Marvel Sue Storm minifigure. Let's move on to the next one. Up next, we have Johnny Storm Human Torch. Now, I already gave this minifigure a different face. I think the hair piece is perfect. The torso is obviously the same as the Thing and Invisible Woman from the official set. But we all know that this is just really a Johnny Storm minifigure. This isn't a Human Torch minifigure. So, let me show you my upgraded version. Now that's a Human Torch minifigure. This is a custom torso, custom headpiece, custom minifigure head, custom headpiece with the flame piece because it's detachable. It just looks amazing. And even this custom torso, it sort of looks exactly like the movie uniforms with the four almost exactly in the correct spot. This is what we really want from a Human Torch minifigure. It's just so awesome seeing this here. This torso is actually printed on all official Lego parts, so it's basically the closest that you can get right now to an official Lego Marvel Johnny Storm in his full Human Torch mode. Now, obviously, we got flame pieces from the set, but these giant flame pieces are just way better, in my opinion. Just way more apparent, to be honest. I feel like the flame pieces they gave us were just way too small. It's like almost like a baby torch, but and I also think instead of the power blast we got, I think we should have got these sort of effect pieces that I don't think we've gotten in official Lego Marvel sets in a while. So yeah, and obviously transparent orange head with this flame piece. It's sort of like the one Ghost Rider has, except this one's not molded into the minifigure head. It's actually detachable, but he just, come on guys, he just looks so much better like this. We got printing on the arms there, printing on the back. It's just night and day. This is what we want, hopefully, for Avengers Doomsday sets, because the Fantastic Four will be in that film. They give us a official Torch minifigure like this, but yeah, just so awesome, perfect for Human Torch. Now I have a Johnny Storm and a Human Torch. That was my Lego Marvel upgraded Human Torch minifigure. Let's move on to the next one. Up next, Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards. Now, off the bat, I didn't have an extra hair piece, so that's sort of spoiling some of the upgrades, but other than that, this is the official Mr. Fantastic minifigure from the set, and this is my upgraded Mr. Fantastic. The amount of trials I went through to actually end up with this outcome, insane. His powers are incredibly hard to show in Lego. That's why I actually like that Lego gave us these really tall sort of 1x1 pieces to show his stretching ability. Obviously, I mentioned in my official review video, I don't know if I even reviewed the upgrade yet. I made the feet look more like minifigure feet, just with 1x2 white 1x2 pieces and 1x1 tiles. And yeah, it was really hard for me to sort of capture his like stretching ability without getting official pieces from Lego to showcase that. For some reason, I wanted to do 1x2 just bricks between the legs right here, but I have none of those, so that's why I was like, all right, I have none of those, but I could just use the minifigure legs from the other Fantastic Four minifigures, so the color matches, and I'm not using those legs anyway for them because I'm upgrading the minifigures. So I honestly think that it's really good. I'm just using 3 of this color of minifigure legs from the official Fantastic Four minifigures. And then the second hardest part was his arms, because I wish they gave us a piece like Mrs. Incredible or Miss Marvel to show his stretchy arms, but they didn't. I have I have a custom maker minifigure who's Reed Richards, but he's wearing a black suit, and I have sort of those black bendy pipe pieces that Lego has. But again, the color of these minifigures, so I couldn't do that. So I just figured, you know what? I got a bunch of white pieces. I could just make his hands stretchy. Mr. Fantastic makes his hands gigantic into fists and stuff all the time. So I just thought that was a good idea, and I just completely brick built sort of a giant stretchy hand for Mr. Fantastic here. And I honestly think it turned out really good, all things considered, because I just sort of made it look like a minifigure hand. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. Literally took me weeks of thinking of how to do this, but it can honestly move. It could open and close. We're just gonna run a little test here, sort of like the Pedro Pascal multiverse, but it could actually hold a minifigure, which is just so awesome, because it literally looks like he's just stretching his hand and completely engulfing a minifigure in his grasp. And I think that's just perfect for Mr. Fantastic. It looks so good like that. That's really just, I really just need those 1x2 bricks to put in between the legs so there's no gaps, and then it will really be like almost perfect. But I honestly think I did a really fantastic job. I'm really not even trying at this point to say the word, but it's true. I just think I did a really good job. The other upgraded part, as we can see here, I actually took the head from Din Djarin because, and I'm not the only one to say this, I think it just looks more like the Mr. Fantastic we see in the new movie trailer, more so than the official Lego minifigure head. I just think it's perfect. I like the more serious look on him as well. And as I said before, I spoiled a bit, I just took a silver Sharpie to the official hairpiece that they gave us and gave him the iconic silver sideburns that Mr. Fantastic has in the comics literally for like almost forever. And we have Doctor Strange's hairpiece with that on it. I don't know why they didn't use that. I said that in my review, but it's all good because I just think he looks so awesome. See, I didn't say fantastic that time, but yeah, that is my upgraded Lego Marvel Reed Richards. Let's move on to the final member of the Fantastic Four. Here's the thing. I can't stop with the Fantastic Four memes, I'm sorry, but I'm not even gonna, because in my opinion, one of the worst Lego Marvel minifigures ever. Because he shouldn't be a minifigure. They should have just bit down and created a new mold for him, for a mid-figure, a new mid-figure. So many characters need that, instead of a complete big fig, but this is the official thing minifigure. And here's my upgraded version. Now I know what you're gonna say, like, what? Who is this? And if you're a die-hard Marvel Comics fan, I'm talking 616 OG universe and the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, you know exactly who this is. I really couldn't find a way to upgrade the official thing minifigure in his rock form, because again, I just don't have the spare bricks. Like, I've seen ideas online of brick building a mid-figure body for him that I really wanted to do, but I just don't have the colors to match it, so I'm working on that. But in the meantime, I actually do have a custom Ultimate Earth 1610 thing minifigure. Now, again, I know what you're thinking if you're not a diehard comics fan. who's the Ultimate Thing? Why is he purple? Ultimate Thing is so much more powerful than Earth 616 Thing. He actually has a second form that he could change into, which is his super charged up purple, sort of purple cosmic form. That's what I always called it when I was reading the comics. I don't know if that's the official name, but it honestly just enhances his powers like 10 times. So that's why I've always just thought that he's so cool. He's one of my favorite comics characters. This is another torso that is printed on official Lego parts because it's exactly how he looks in the comics. Speaking of that, let me just show you a quick picture of him just so you can see how accurate I got this minifigure to be. I'm good at what I do, what can I say? But he really is one of my favorite comics characters, and I never thought I'd have this minifigure in Lego form, and it's just so awesome to have one with official Lego minifigure parts, and just to be so comic accurate, because he's just so cool. He could literally change, I said it before, but he could literally change from his human form to rock form to another level, like Super Saiyan thing form. Honestly, one of the main characters for the Ultimate Universe. He ends up marrying Ultimate Sue Storm as well. So he's just so cool, and I don't have 616 Thing, so what's the next best thing? Ultimate Thing. So yeah. And these are actually the legs, the arms, and obviously the waist the hips are just a black hip piece. But the legs, the arms, and the head are actually from a official minifigure. They're from the Orion CMF minifigure. And as soon as I saw that minifigure, I was like, oh my god, that looks exactly like Ultimate Thing in his purple supercharged form. It's just such an awesome print with that trans purple with the sort of sparkles. Just so cool on the arms and on the legs. Just an awesome minifigure. I'm so happy with how this one turned out. One of my most comic accurate minifigures. This torso is fantastic. I'm going to shout out where I got this and Human Torch torso from in the final lineup, but it just makes the whole minifigure. And I actually use the eraser method to just erase the printing off on the legs there, so they're just completely purple like they are in the comics. So awesome. So happy to have this minifigure in my collection. And even when I get a 616 Thing minifigure, this one will stay as Ultimate Thing, and he will be relevant in my collection because they're just two completely different characters, even though they're technically the same person. But just so awesome, and probably the best substitute to an official Thing minifigure in Lego. But yeah. With that being said, let's go to the final lineup. And there they all are, the Fantastic Four in all of their glory, how they really should look, showing off all their powers in Lego form. I've been dying to do this video. I'm so glad I finally got to do it, because like I said, I've just been wanting to upgrade these minifigures. I knew I could do it. It was sort of a challenge. I bought some custom parts, but they were duly needed. Torso and legs, Human Torch minifigure parts, and the Ultimate Thing Lego torso are from Engineerio.com. Honestly, the highest quality Lego Marvel custom minifigures I have ever bought. Truly just amazing things. Characters from the comics that Lego might not ever make, this guy makes. They do such great work. Please go check them out. Just so awesome. And yeah, I can't believe how great they look. As you know, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe, and I thank you for joining me on the journey. I thank you for sticking with me as well. Been still busy with life, but this channel and Lego will always be a part of life, so you guys will always be a part of my life and I just thank you for sticking with me. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.